Hello and welcome to this week's Once Upon a Week. My name is Chris, one half of the team behind Nothing But Static, which is a UK-based television podcast. As part of our discussions on the podcast, my other co-host, Dan has insisted that I should watch Once Upon a Time because I really enjoy it. So it's led to this weekly vlog series where I summarise and review Once Upon a Time episode by episode. Last week's we had Cinderella, which was very exciting because it got me all excited about whether they would do fairy tale characters of the week or whether they would start, just introducing her and introducing new characters week to week. We were beginning to get some hints at answers. We were beginning to get some hints at more questions, and it was all very good. It was all very exciting. And then I got a bit rambly at the end and spoke about Christmas. It's now December. Christmas is upon us. As you can see by this room, we've not yet put up our Christmas decorations. I don't know if we are putting any up in here. Maybe when we come back next week, there'll be some tinsel or some novelty Christmas stuff in the background. But not this week. This week is all about the next episode. I don't know what it's about. I'm going in blind. I'm excited. Let's get to the bit where I've watched it. Jiminy Cricket! But before we get there, this week, to make it feel a bit more vlog-like, I decided to get a bit closer to the camera. If we're honest, when I watched back the clip that you've just seen, I realised that my face was way too close to the camera. No one needs to see me that close. So I've tried to address that this time. I've stepped back a bit. Do I need to go further? I don't know. It's very hard when you film it the way I do to get a good grasp on it. I'll work on that for next week. Hopefully this is better. Hopefully it's not too much of me. This week's episode of Once Upon a Time, episode 5, was all about Jiminy Cricket. We got to see a bit of his backstory in Storybrooke, which deals with him trying to be a good person and getting away from his parents who make him thieve. And in our world, we deal with him and Henry and his opinion on Henry, and basically the evil queen says, tell him it's all rubbish. So he's like, it's all rubbish. And Henry gets upset and they go, he has to find his conscience in that world too. That's basically what the episode is about. Brilliant episode. Fascinating. Because I don't know anything about Jiminy Cricket. I just know the name. So I've no idea if they veered off in his backstory or if that's his backstory as it is in the fairy tales. Either way, really, really good stuff. In terms of the fairy tale storyline, the way, I won't spoil it for anyone who's not seen it, but basically part of his origin story is he accidentally causes some people harm. And it's heartbreaking. It's really surprising because I would expect, it's the most sort of, that I've felt watching this shit. That was a weird noise. It was the most sort of heart-wrenching moment I've had so far in the 5 episodes I've seen. And if you were to say to me before watching it, you're going to have the most heart-wrenching moment you've had watching it so far, I would have assumed that would take place with a character I already know. Snow White, Emma Stone, Henry. That's what I would have assumed. To get that moment because of Jiminy Cricket and two characters who were not necessarily going to be in it. It was just fantastic. Brilliant piece of writing and really creepy. Basically, yeah, some creepy stuff happened to these two people. And that was then shown again in our world, and yeah, creepy, heart-wrenching, good stuff. Some lovely stuff with Emma Stone as well. I'm his mother too. Oh yeah, you're his mum, acknowledging it. Lovely. Just some really good stuff, and some really okay, well, actually, I don't know. I want to address this. I don't know how the sort of mayor system works in the US. I know it's Storybrooke, I know it's all a bit different, but in the UK, if there was some sort of accident, the mayor wouldn't be the first on the scene. Step out of the way, you do this, you do that, I'm the mayor. Take off the gold chain, mate. Let the police deal with this, is how it would be over here. So I don't know, is that commonplace in America? It is in Storybrooke, it seems. The whole town just goes to the mine, cause why not? And the mayor is in charge, and not happy about the deputy. is it actually part of her plan, or because he's having an affair with her, the other policeman, or is the policeman just acting off his own steam and hiring Emma? That's exciting. That's interesting. Really weaving in some plots now. It's good. It's like they've really taken their time to. It's like they've gone, right, get to know the characters, then we're going to weave in this stuff. And it's all coming up. It's good. The bit at the end, she throws a glass in. We get a hint that Storybrooke fairy tale world is under there, buried and stuff. That's awesome. Essentially, though, it's sort of a hatch, isn't it? It's by the guys who did Lost. They've put in a hatch. Let's be honest. No, they haven't put in. Well, they kind of put in a hatch, to be fair. But it's used well. They do hatch stories really well. Those guys. That's one of their. I want to see a series about hatches. That's one of their go-tos, and it works. I like it. So that was really awesome. Some great acting from them. And just a really interesting episode, even though it was about a character that I wouldn't have necessarily, if I hadn't gone in blind, if someone would say, oh, this is the Jiminy Cricket episode, it's his origin story, I'd have been like, oh, okay, cool. And I don't know if that's because I don't know the fairy tale that well, or it's nothing to do with how the actor's portraying him. But I thought that was surprisingly powerful. And some lovely stuff with Emma and Prince Charming as well. That's a really good, little soppy love story for me to cling on to, which those that know me know I like. They know I like the soppy love stories. And apparently I have to go into a strange accent when I say that. I don't know if that's not northern. I don't know what accent that is. Who knows? So yeah, I was very, very pleased with that. This show is beginning to grip me. More episodes like that, when it's a really nice balance of character and story and overarching plot. More episodes like that, and I'm going to get very hooked very, very quickly. And Evil Queen is so good, isn't she? And so's Rumple. He's so freaky. He's like weaving gold out of cotton or something, and he just looks terrifying doing it. And you're like, ooh. And I mean, he's weaving. How can Robert Carlyle make weaving look threatening? But he does. Really, really great stuff from the actors. What a cast! What a cast! No one is weak. I'm looking for him. I'm going to be looking now for a weak actor. So far, I haven't got one. Really enjoyed this week's. Really looking forward to next week's. Yeah, there we go. That's all I've got to say, really. Check out the channel. We've got some sketches. Dan does a stonking TV rundown. Stonking. It's not a descriptive word I use often. We've got our web series on there. There's stuff to check out. There's stuff to enjoy. So yeah, do that, and I will see you next time to check out the next episode. For those following this, I'm really getting into it now. I'm pleased to say. So yeah, there we go. My name's Chris, and I will see you once upon a week. Hey guys, just a quick note to say that I've looked back on it, and yes, I am further away from the screen. I look less terrifying, but I am aware that actually there's quite a lot of space above my head. It's not, there's quite, framing wise, could be stronger. So just so you know, next week, gonna be giving it a bit more of this, bit more upright for you. So look forward to that. My name's Chris, and I will see you once upon a week.